And we're back. It's week 5. If you missed last week's episode, it was a 2-game episode. And we turned this whole ship right around. We were sitting 0-2 to start Brewski's career. And the last 2 weeks, we were able to squeak out some wins. Should have been a little bit easier. Both of them. This game was sadly closer than what the scoreboard tells. And we snuck out a last 2-minute touchdown to beat FAU. We're going to go on the road to South Alabama, who's also 2-2. This is going to be our first Sun Belt Conference game of the year. These games mean a little bit more because if we want any chance of playing in a Sun Belt championship, we're going to have to win our conference games. Pretty self-explanatory. But we do get one more game before the bye week. We hope to go in the bye week sitting at 3-2 and not 2-3. Our freshman quarterback has been atrocious on the one aspect and phenomenal on the other. We have not been able to throw the football whatsoever, but he has been lights out running the football. We'd like to see a little bit more balance, but we know with low 80 throw power, he's the best we're going to get, and it's not very good. So let's hope that South Alabama Cougars are just as bad. Oh, not the Cougars. South Alabama Jaguars. Can't say I know much about South Alabama. Stadium's not bad for an SBC school. And here come the War Eagles on the road. Looks like rainy South Alabama. Hopefully benefits us as somebody who struggles to throw the ball. So if it rains, we'll keep it on the ground. Looks like it's just overcast according to the forecast. The new dynamic weather, you never know. Chaney back to receive the kickoff. And he gets a solid return out to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Warhawks are going to take over with Austin Carlisle. We see those 58.7% completion with 5 passing touchdowns and a whopping 6 interceptions. We make a lot of games closer than they should by turning the ball over, so we're going to look to limit those turnovers today as Carlisle drops back to pass, first down. He's got nobody open, but those legs that we talked about. Takes it for 9. It's going to be second in inches. Jameson's lined up in the backfield, left to Carlisle. Jameson's going to get the handoff up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's going to be out across the 50-yard line, dragged down at the opponent 45-yard line. A great first carry to get Jameson rolling. Brings up 1st and 10. Jameson's going to get the ball again. He's bottled up on this play. Only a gain of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. This opening drive for the Warhawks. Carlisle airmails a ball. Chaney goes up and makes a good play to look like just to avoid the interception. And there is going to be a flag on the play. It is going to be holding on the Warhawks, which will be accepted. It's going to bring up backup 2nd down, but a 2nd and 18 for Austin Carlisle in this Warhawk offense. Certainly puts them into passing downs where they struggled all year, and Carlisle almost gets picked off again. It's going to bring up 3rd and 18. The penalty really looks to stall this Warhawk drive. Carlisle drops back to pass, moving around, crosses the pocket. He's only going to pick up 4. It's going to bring up 4th and 14, and the Warhawks are going to bring out the punt unit. Offense really stalled that drive that started off so nicely for the Warhawks. Punt goes into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. We're going to see this Warhawk defense led out by Noah Flemings, who's had a great year so far. We certainly hope he stays healthy and continues to lead this defense as they enter this Sun Belt play. A great play by the corner. Breaks up the pass. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the Jaguars' 20-yard line. They run a sweep. Flemings misses the tackle. Just a little too slow. Running back gets the edge, picks up a first down with about 14, 15-yard run. 15 yards, and it's going to be first down Jaguars. Another handoff, and Flemings is there to lay the lumber. This kid is just the heart and soul of this Warhawk roster. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Oh, they dump it off to the running back. Nobody's home. Running back takes a big hit, but he is able to pick up the first down for the Jaguars. It's going to take him out to the 50-yard line. Another handoff right up the middle. He's able to go for 5. Nice little run by the Jaguar running back, Keenan Phillips. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 45. Looks like Phillips is going to get the ball again. He's got nothing but room. He's going to take it down to the opponent 19-yard line. 1st and 10 Jaguars. Flemings looks to get stuck up on the backside of his defensive tackle there. And the running back just got nothing but room. And now they go over the top. But it is a nice recovery by the corner. He slides back in, forces the incompletion. Let's bring up 2nd and 10 from the 19. Jaguars' first trip to the red zone today. Send a man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Flemings again misses the tackle. Luckily, he gets some help. It's only going to be a 2-yard gain. And Flemings looks to be a step or two slow this week. He's in the right position. He's just a step or two behind as the Warhawks pick up a huge sack from James Smith on 3rd down. It's going to be 4th and 18, and here comes the field goal unit for the Jaguars. This will be about a 40-yard field goal. It'll be right down the middle, plenty of leg. Jaguars are going to jump out to an early 3-0 lead with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's going to bring Austin Carlisle and the Warhawks back out onto the field. Who looked good on their opening drive. They were stalled out by a bad holding penalty. You got to think they should be able to move the ball pretty easily against this defense if they're able to not turn the ball over and keep the flag in the ref's pocket. They should have a pretty decent chance of putting up some points for the first time this year. Be a handoff to Jamison. Jamison's got plenty of room. Makes a nice cut. He's going to be over the 50, the 40. Dragged down right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a huge 39-yard play for your Monroe Warhawks. Carlisle again drops back to pass. Nothing there. He's going to take off running, and he is going to look like he was going to walk into the end zone. The Jaguar defender comes out of nowhere, drags him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for your Warhawks. Jamison on the carry, right up the middle, picks up the yard. Touchdown, Warhawks. Now, it looked like how the first drive was going, and that was obviously stalled out due to a holding penalty. They are able to get the offense back on the field, go 4 plays in just 50 seconds without much resistance to take the lead 7-3 with a minute left in the first quarter. Jaguars are going to come back on offense. See if anybody fired Flemings up on the sideline. He had a chance to put that drive away a few times and was just a second slow. And just as we say that, there is Flemings making the tackle in the backfield. Perhaps Coach Brewski got in his ear, woke him up a little bit, and now he's ready to go. And we got a second sack of the game. C.J. Wilson Jr. gets to the quarterback. Another loss of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a long 3rd and 16. And you certainly hope we're looking at a 3-and-out here for the Jaguars. And they're going to run a draw up the middle. He's got some room. He's not going to have enough to pick up the first down, though. He's going to be dragged down after about a 7-yard gain. It's going to be 4th and 9. It's going to bring out the punt unit for the Cougars. They are not the Cougars. They are the Jaguars. That looks like a Cougar, though. So Austin Carlisle and the Warhawks are going to take over at the 35-yard line. 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Carlisle drops back to pass. Finds his tight end Anderson open. Picks up about 6. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. This looks to be the last play of the first quarter. Carlisle again drops back to pass. He's just going to take it himself. Picks up 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And the end of the first quarter. The Warhawks and Coach Brewski got to be happy with that first quarter. Looks like Derek Jamison's averaging 15.8 yards a carry. Might look for him to be a little bit more involved here in the second quarter and then later in the second half. The offense seems to be moving the ball at will. And they're going to take over 44-yard line, 3rd and 1. Jamison is in the backfield. Jamison does get the ball, wiggles around, picks up the first down. He's out to the opponent 49-yard line. Chaney comes into the game at running back. Chaney is going to get the carry. Chaney's got some room up the middle and goes for a first down himself down to the 36-yard line. Chaney alone in the backfield. Takes a snap. He's got a wide receiver over the middle. That's Fulgerham all the way down to the opponent 12-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 24 on the play into the red zone. 1st and 10 Warhawks from the 12. Carlisle again back to pass. Again looking Anderson's way. Anderson makes a great catch, and he's going to score. Touchdown Warhawks. Carlisle gets even on the year with 6 passing touchdowns and 6 interceptions as the Warhawks jump out to a 14-3 lead with 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Brewski's got to love the way his offense looks today. They've had 3 solid drives. One stopped short, unfortunately, due to a penalty. But 3 solid drives nonetheless, 2 which are ending in touchdowns, and you got to think they're going to look to continue that this whole game and maybe run away with the game for once. So Jaguars drop back to pass, hit a little dump off. Maybe a gain of 5 as he's dragged down by 3 different Warhawks. They're going to go to the hurry up. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They're getting some pressure. And Flemings is a second behind that. They hit the tight end down the sideline. That's going to be a big gain for the Jaguars. Fleming surely had a chance to take his 2nd interception of the year. Again, just a step slow today. So they drop back to pass. Throw one over to the sideline. It's a great throw on the run. It's going to be reeled in by Anthony Edgar. That's a first down Jaguar. And 1st and 10 from the 30. They throw a bubble screen. Fleming says not so fast. It's a gain of 4. So wide receiver takes a pretty big hit from Flemings. Maybe taking out a little frustration from that missed interception. They hand the ball off up the middle. Running back makes a nice cut. It's only going to pick up 2 before he's dragged down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. 34-yard line. They're on the brink of field goal range. Quarterback's scrambling. And he fights. There's just no help on the Warhawk defense. Couple defenders watch the defensive end struggle, and the defensive end's dragged for a first down. Fleming's again showing that it's just not his day. Misses the tackle, lets the running back pick up 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Quarterback again's going to run out to the left. He's hit hard. He stands up the cornerback, and he's finally dragged down at the 8-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Cougars. They are still the Jaguars. They are not the Cougars. We'll see how many times we call them that this game. Another completion for the quarterback for the Jaguars. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line as we close in on the 2-minute warning. They are going to snap the ball. Quarterback again gets it out to his tight end, who breaks the tackle and gets in. That's a touchdown, South Alabama. Right at the 2-minute warning. It's going to make the score Warhawks 14, Jaguars 10. With 2 minutes left, 3 timeouts, the Warhawks are confident they can march their offense down the field, extend this lead a little bit right before halftime. The Warhawks did get the ball first, so the Jaguars will receive to open the second half. So you got to think Brewski's doing everything he can this drive, not playing it safe, trying to get some points. As Carlisle rolls out to the right, he's got a lane. He's going to be up and cross the 50-yard line as he ducks out of bounds at the 47. So just in one play, they're already across the 50-yard line. Still 1:49 remaining. It's going to be 1st and 10 Warhawks. And just like that, Austin Carlisle is going to be dragged down in the backfield for a sack, a loss of 11 yards. And they're all the way back down to the 42-yard line. Looks like a screen pass here over to Cheney. Cheney's got a lane. Gets everything back with a little bit more. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8 from the 46-yard line. Certainly not in field goal range just yet. The Warhawks are in danger. They don't pick up this first down. They're going to give the Jaguars plenty of time to march, drive of their own. Carlisle's doing everything he can. He's just got nowhere to go. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 8. The Warhawks are going to bring out the punt unit. And he kicks this into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. The Jaguars are going to take over at their 20-yard line. The Warhawks and Coach Brewski have given them a chance to make a real game out of this. Fleming's there right away for the tackle. Gain of 1. Got to question the decision to keep the ball on the ground right here. Drop back to pass. You got a guy over the middle. They're going to complete it. It's going to be a 25-yard gain. Going to take the Jaguars out to the 45-yard line. 45 seconds remain. They still have 2 timeouts. Plenty of time. So they hit a drag across the middle. Big hit by Amos. But it is going to be a gain of about 10. It's going to bring up 2nd and inches. 40 seconds. 45-yard line. And they got another wide receiver open on an out route. He fumbles. And the Warhawks recover. It's going to be Warhawk football. The 26-yard line with 33 seconds remaining. The Warhawks still have 3 timeouts. They're blessed with an absolute gift. Because that was going to take the Jaguars right down into field goal range and closing in on the red zone. Carlisle takes over, completes the pass on first down. He's going to keep the chains moving. Anderson on the drag again. It's going to be stopped short of a first down, 6-yard gain. And the Warhawks are going to have to use the first timeout. 2nd and 4 from the 45. You got to be looking at 20, 25 yards to field goal range with 23 seconds remaining. And that's not what you want to see. Carlisle takes a sack. It's going to be 3rd and 16. Looks like the Warhawks might just run the football, close out the half. And they don't. Carlisle drops back. That's an interesting decision as Coach Brewski, after a nice gain by Austin Carlisle, 17-yard gain. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 with 11 seconds left. And Brewski's going to leave the offense out on the field. Carlisle drops back to pass. Keeps it himself. Up the sideline. Carlisle's able to duck out of bounds, picking up a nice gain. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 5 seconds remaining. And Brewski's going to bring out the field goal unit for a very long field goal attempt. There is 20-mile-an-hour winds. But I can't kick. And it's going to be missed. Just wide right. Had enough leg. But Warhawks again squander an opportunity to extend this lead. And they're going to let the Jaguars hang around. 1 second left. Jaguars are just going to throw up a Hail Mary right before halftime. Quarterback does not have enough arm strength. And it's going to be knocked down around the 20-yard line. And that's going to do it for the first half, folks. Warhawks still have the lead, 14-10. The Jaguars are just lingering, hanging around, and they're set to receive this opening half kickoff, and with a chance to go down and take the lead. Number 8 Louisville in a tight game with North Carolina State, 14-14 at halftime. Michigan tied at half with Minnesota. Penn State loses to Northwestern, 30-27. Northwestern pulls out the upset. And here we are. Second half gets underway. Jaguars receive the second half kickoff. They're going to bring it out to about the 19-yard line. That's where the Jaguars offense is going to take over to start this second half. They start by taking a shot deep. It's incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Jaguars. Still at their 19-yard line. Run a little bubble screen. He's got some separation. It's brought down by a host of Warhawk defenders. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Drops back to pass again. And he's able to hit his wide receiver on a quick out route, who breaks the tackle. He's not able to pick up any yardage after breaking the tackle, but he does get plenty of yards for the first down. Takes the Jaguar offense out to the 45-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Play action seems to fool the whole Warhawk defense. It's going to be another first down for the Jaguars. About another 15-yard gain. Down into Warhawk territory, 38-yard line. Another bubble. Seems to have again fooled the defense. And it's going to be another first down. Jaguars come out and explode on this opening drive down to the 24-yard line. Throws a dangerous pass over the middle. Falls incomplete. Bring up second down, 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. Fleming's lurking over the middle. Man comes in motion. It's not going to be a jet sweep. It's a fake pass. Quarterback's got nowhere to go. He just throws it out of bounds. Looks like he might have had a lane right up the middle if he kept it himself. potentially had enough room there to pick up a first down, but throws it away. Brings up 3rd and 10. Going to go to 5 wide. Throws one up to the end zone. Caught for a second, but before his feet hit the ground, the Warhawk defender goes up, bats it away, breaks up the pass. It's going to bring up 4th and 10, and here's the field goal unit again for the Jaguars. And it's again right down the middle. It's going to close the Warhawk lead down to 1. It's going to be 14-13 with 3 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Cheney's back deep to receive the kickoff. He does receive. He's going to bring it out. He's got a lane. It's just a little too slow, but it's still a great return out to the 34-yard line. This is where Austin Carlisle and this Warhawk offense will take over. Anderson goes in motion. Carlisle drops back to pass. Got a wide receiver open over the middle. It's Trujillo. Trujillo gets hit hard, and he's unable to hang on to the football. I'm going to bring up 2nd and 10. Jamison off to the right of Carlisle. Jamison is going to get the ball right up the middle. Breaks a tackle, pushed over the first down line. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Warhawks. You got to wonder why Coach Brewski just doesn't run the ball every single play. These running backs are carrying this offense. Cheney in the game. Cheney gets the ball. It's a 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 5 right at the 50-yard line. Looks like the Jaguars expecting the run, crowding the box, press coverage on the outsides. Carlisle's directing traffic. Carlisle drops back to pass. He's heated up, got some pressure, rolls out, gets the pass off, and it's incomplete. A nice little pass from Carlisle. Nothing he did wrong there. The wide receiver, Buckhalter, was just unable to reel that one in. And just as soon as we say that, Carlisle throws a hospital pass, gets Trujillo's head took right off, incomplete, 4th and 5 from the 50-yard line. It's going to bring out the punting unit. Great punt from the Warhawks. Looked like that hit and it did. What a turn of events. The Warhawks on the punt get some backspin. Ball bounces right back into the back of a Jaguar. And your Warhawks recover. They're going to take over at the 13-yard line. What a break for the Warhawks. Carlisle back out, completes a pass to Buckhalter. It's going to be 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard gain. Heavy I formation. Jamison in the backfield. They're going to give it to Jamison. Jamison's got the edge, and your Warhawks are going to score. They do capitalize on the unfortunate punt for South Alabama, and they are going to jump out to an 8-point lead with 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. What a break for Coach Brewski and this Warhawk team. On the road, South Alabama. Their punter puts some nice backspin, forces the fumble, and they come out and capitalize. Jaguars take over. Hit the running back on the flat. Picks up a gain of 5 before he takes another big hit. The South Alabama running back has been getting pounded all day. Quarterback keeper on a read option. Breaks one tackle. Finally dragged down at the 49-yard line by Corian Wilson. That's Wilson's 5th tackle on the day. Hate to see your secondary making that many tackles. Never a good sign. As they throw another bubble screen. Fleming's in on the stop. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 46-yard line. Phillips on the carry up the middle. Picks up a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. They run it again. Fleming's forces to pile backwards, but Phillips is able to stay on his feet, breaks it to the outside, and he's going to pick up the first down with a little bit more as he's finally dragged down at the 32-yard line. First and 10 Jaguars. He's going to Phillips on the carry again. Another big gain as he picks up another 11 yards and a first down. Phillips is really coming alive, wheeling this Jaguar offense down the field. It's going to be another carry. Another carry for 5 yards. Jaguars are just winning in the trenches right now. They're going to run the ball again. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He only picks up 3, but he takes a huge hit in the process. Amos is there on the tackle. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 from the 12-yard line. You got to think they're keeping the ball on the ground here, and they do. Phillips on the carry, and he gets blown up at the line of scrimmage by Noah Flemings, the leader of the defense, making a play when they need it most. It's going to bring out the field goal unit again for the Jaguars, who just seem to continue to struggle in the red zone. There is a flag on the play, and the Warhawks just made a huge mental mistake. Roughing the kicker on Jabari Tiller is going to give the Jaguars the ball back. Takes 3 off the board, but gives them the ball back. First and goal from the 6-yard line. Quick bubble screen. Going to be a nice play made out on the edge by Tiller, trying to right his wrong for his first tackle of the game. He drags down the wide receiver. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 7. As we close out the 3rd quarter, here comes the 4th quarter. Keelan Phillips has really came alive in that 3rd quarter. Phillips is going to have a chance to wheel his Jaguars right back into this football game with 2nd and goal from the 7. Down by 8. 5 minutes remaining in this contest. See if the South Alabama Jaguars can end their red zone blues and finally put 7 on the board. Phillips breaks the tackle, but Noah Flemings is there to clean it up. It's going to be no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. They drop back to pass, throw one over the middle. Flemings is there to break it up. Looked like he had a great chance at an interception. The wide receiver comes back to the ball. And after the heartbreaking penalty by Tiller, the defense holds strong, holds the Jaguars to 3. It's going to be 21 for the Warhawks, 16 for the Jaguars with 4:40 remaining. And Warhawks receive the kickoff. Probably a bad decision to bring that one out to the 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 Warhawks. Austin Carlisle leads his offense back out on the field. He hands it off to Chaney, and Chaney, hard running, finally dragged down after the first down, about a 13-yard gain. Chaney again in the backfield. Chaney again on the carry. And another hard run for Chaney. So he picks up about another 13 yards. First down Warhawks. Chaney 3 plays in a row. 3 runs up the middle. Finally dragged down on this one short of the line to gain, but not before picking up 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 46-yard line. Walker in the game at running back. The Jaguars are really packing the box here. Carlisle's directing traffic. Carlisle takes a shot down the field. Great ball by Carlisle. The wide receiver's just not able to reel it in on contact. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. 46-yard line. Carlisle again drops back to pass. Carlisle's trying to make something happen with his legs. He's going to, as he certainly looked like he was going to be wrapped up short of the yard to gain. Breaks out to the right side of the field. Picks up 9 yards. That's going to be a first down Warhawks as they cross the 50-yard line. Walker on the carry. Up the middle. stopped for only a 2-yard gain. Jameson's back in the game. Jameson gets the ball right up the middle. He's also stopped for only a 1-yard gain, and we're right back to third down. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Carlisle drops back to pass. Throws one over to the sideline. Decent ball. A little underthrown due to the pressure. It's going to bring up 4th and 7. 2 minutes remaining, and the Jaguars are going to get this football back. Another punt by Ryan. Looks like to be another great punt. And Harper's going to touch it down inside the 10-yard line. The Jaguars are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line. Hand the ball off. Fleming sheds the block, makes a great tackle, because Phillips looked like he was going to have a lane. Phillips is able to shut that down for a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10, back to pass. Fumble! Sack fumble recovered by C.J. Wilson Jr. That's a touchdown, Warhawk. And that certainly kills South Alabama's chances in this, as they're going to go down 28-16 with 2 minutes remaining. That is just a bone-crushing play. C.J. Wilson able to pick up that, recover it in the end zone for 7 points for the Warhawks. A 12-point game with 2 minutes, 21 seconds remaining. You certainly hope that puts the game out of reach, and your Warhawks are going to move to 3-2 going into the bye week. But not yet. Jaguars still have a chance. Throw a bubble screen. They certainly think they're going to have to take some chances downfield here. They're not going to wait to be able to bubble screen down the field. They do pick up 6, but it's going to take us all the way down to the 2-minute warning. They do get one last play off. Quarterback's running for his life, throws it away before taking another sack. You're going to bring up 3rd and 4 with only a minute 58 remaining in this contest. Back to pass. He's again running for his life. He's able to get out of the pocket. Takes a massive hit. He fumbles again. Recovered by the Warhawks. And that's going to do it. A minute 49 remaining. Jaguars still have 3 timeouts, but certainly already in field goal range. That should put an end to this contest. Jameson's met immediately. Doesn't even have time to look up after receiving that handoff. Does drag Emmanuel Walker, the defensive end for the Jaguars, back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Jameson gets the handoff again off to the right. Picks up about 4 yards. Drag down. We're going to give him a gain of 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 from the 25. Carlisle back to pass. Has a wide receiver over the middle. Puts the ball on him. Fulgerham reels it in. Picks up the 1st down, and that's going to do it. The Warhawks should be able to just knee this one out. And they will. Here comes the victory formation. Carlisle takes a knee, and that's going to do it. The Warhawks come into South Alabama, pick up their first conference win after a great game by the Warhawk defense, only giving up 1 single touchdown, having a lot of success in the red zone, holding the Jaguars to 3 extra point attempts. One huge one being they Tiller penalty that gives the Jaguars a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line after already making a goal line stand. The Warhawks come out and they do it all over again. Held them to 3 again. That was a very big momentum swing in this game. Kept your Monroe Warhawks in front. They land another victory. Carlisle again struggles through the air. Only 14 attempts, 8 completions for 97 yards and a touchdown, leaving him at 57% completion. But we knew the freshman was going to struggle throwing the ball coming in. We saw the reason he's playing is that gold human joystick that you see down there in the right corner. And on the ground, we had a great day. Carlisle had 12 rushes for 91 yards, averaged 7.5 yards a carry. Derek Jameson, the contact seeker out of Rosemount, takes 10 carries for 92 yards, averages 9.2 yards a carry, and finishes with 2 touchdowns. Cheney adds 56 yards himself after averaging 9.3 yards a carry. Those are awesome rushing stats. Receiving, Bryce Anderson gets in the end zone after 4 catches, 37 yards. Certainly like to see our star receiver Trujillo on the board there, but was unable to reel anything in today. But here comes our defensive stats. Flemings adds another 11 tackles to his season total with 4 for a loss. Probably could have added an interception there. We do add 3 sacks, 1 from CJ Wilson, 1 from Ethan Bailey, a half a sack from Jaden Callender, and James Smith splits that with him. A lot of backwards plays, mostly courtesy of Mr. Noah Flemings. But we did have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 backwards plays today, which certainly leads to a lot of our success. We're forcing offenses to go backwards. And since we've been doing that, we've been picking up some wins. So we are going to go into the bye week. We are going to be sitting above 500 and 1-0 in the Sun Belt Conference, which Teddy Brewski is very pleased to pick up his first win in the Sun Belt. Will take us to the bye week. We'll take a peek at recruiting. As you can see, it's not going well. With no NIL, it's very tough to entice recruits. We are getting in the win column, so that should help as Colorado upsets Texas Tech. Get the boys out to practice. Brewski never takes a week off from practicing. Looks like we didn't get locked out of anyone we were actually going at. We should get a nice verbal commit here from Buck Ludwig, our number 1 target. 89 speed running back. Looks like we will get a verbal from him next week, and hopefully that should free up some points for us. Jeremiah Scruggs, we're still the only one who offered him, closing in on the top 3. I certainly hope none of those other top 4 jump in this fight. Another only 80 speed wide receiver, but he is gritty possession at 6'4". Dominic Harbor. It looks like we're going to have some competition as we close in on the top 5 here. PJ Scroggins. We're still the only one here, and I take that back. Tulsa has entered the chat. They're trying to sneak in and offer this athlete. And then Marquis Thomas. We are the only one here. Hopefully he's looking at entering the top 3. That's gonna do it for this episode. If you've stuck around and watched this long, most likely means that you found a little bit of enjoyment. I'd go a long way if you could like, subscribe. Subscribing's free on YouTube. Goes a long way in supporting the channel. Helps me push out these videos to somebody else who might enjoy it just as much as you do. So I appreciate you being here. Appreciate the support. Hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.